Hello, everyone. My name is Brenda Douglas, and I'm your real estate notary and title expert. Welcome to the DMV Fan Club channel. Here is where I introduce you to the DMV, which is also known as the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. The DMV attracts more than 18 million tourists every year, which makes it one of the most fun places to work, live, and visit. Now that you're here, go ahead and subscribe to this channel for information about fun things to do around the DMV, such as community events, tourist attractions, family fun activities, real estate related topics, and so much more. In this video, I'm going to share with you what I liked most about the National Museum of African American History and Culture. The happy home hack for this video has to do with coffee grounds. When the kitchen sink is holding water or in the tub, the drain isn't clear, an easy solution would be to mix coffee grounds with dish soap and boiling hot water, okay? Then pour it down the drain. And pour lots of water, boiling water behind the coffee ground and dishwater down the drain, and it will unclog your drain, okay? Try this happy home hack and then write in the comments how it. Now, just a few quick facts about the National Museum of African American History and Culture. First and foremost, it is right now closed. It is currently closed due to COVID-19, okay? But when it reopens, it is one of the few museums that require a timed entry pass, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to the museum website in the description so that you can monitor when it reopens, and also you can schedule to get your time entry pass, okay? So I'm going to put that description, or that link to that website, I should say, in the description, okay? Another fact about the National Museum of African American History is that it is one of the only national museums that is devoted exclusively to the documentation of African American life, history, and culture, okay? It was established by an act of Congress in 2003. Okay, the museum has over 36,000 artifacts and over 100,000 individuals who are members, okay? It was established in December 2003, but the museum opened its doors to the public on September 24th, 2016, okay? It is the 19th and the newest museum of the Smithsonian Institute, and it is located on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., okay? And it opened, the opening ceremony for this museum was led by the former President Barack Obama. Now, the museum stands on 4 pillars, okay? And the 4 pillars of the National Museum of African American History and Culture are: number 1, it provides an opportunity for those who are interested in African American culture to explore and revel in the history through interactive exhibits. Okay. Number 2, it helps all Americans see how their stories, their histories, and their cultures are shaped and informed by global influences. Okay. Number 3, it explores what it means to be an American and share how American values like resiliency, optimism, and spirituality are reflected in African American history and culture. And then the 4th pillar is that it serves as a place of collaboration that reaches beyond Washington, D.C., to engage new audience and to work with the myriad of museums and educational institutions that have explored and preserved this important history well before the museum was even created. Okay, so those are the 4 pillars on which the National Museum of African American History stands, as well as some facts about the museum itself. It's been said that if you don't know your history, you are bound to repeat it. And while I understand that concept and I am open to learning, I am not like African American history is about so much more than slavery, okay? We are, our slavery is not the end of our story, okay? We have a history, African Americans have a history of inventors that have changed history in the course of life. We have engineers, entrepreneurs, scientists, mathematicians, transplant surgeons, and so much more. Slavery is not the end of our story. And yet I am so tired of that being thrown up in our face as if that is the only history that we have. Um, when that history is so dehumanizing, okay, and it makes people angry, okay, it leaves you feeling angry even if you you went there with a good mood, okay, and it would make anybody angry because it again is dehumanizing. It makes you feel inferior, okay, and it, excuse me, again makes you feel angry, okay? But again, slavery is not the end of our history. It is not the end of our story, okay? And it's just not good for that to be the only part to be thrown in our face, okay? So, what I absolutely love about the National Museum of African American History and Culture in the Washington, D.C. area is because it shows you more than just slavery, okay? I assure you that visiting this museum is going to be one of the greatest treats that you can give yourself and your family, okay? The museum, again, is about so much more than slavery. It shows how we've progressed, okay? The museum has 5 levels, including a concourse level, a heritage level, a heritage hall, I should say, an interactive gallery, the community galleries, and then the cultural galleries, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link um, so that you can see a map of the museum. I'm going to leave the link in the description, okay? But the exhibit, again, goes from slavery, but then it shows how we progressed through history. It displays oppression, but then it shows activism. It shows our fight for equality. It shows our pride and us coming into being prideful about who we are. It shows domination, guys, and it shows hope for a better future so that the next generation can take the torch and they can again begin to make their mark on history. The exhibit also shows how we have progressed from slavery to leadership, okay? It shows how we took an active role in changing history for African Americans. And so these are some things that I absolutely love about the museum. The items are authentic, the items are relatable. For example, in music in particular, you have Prince, who was famous for playing the guitar. And so there's a guitar, an exhibit with his name and his picture and then his guitar. So these people have donated their items. And so their fans are able to go and look and see, what they've contributed to this museum. Oprah Winfrey has her own designated spots. And so the list goes on and on, okay? So they are authentic and then they are relatable to people coming to visit. Music touches lives, okay? And music stretches across the different racial boundaries. It crosses racial boundaries, okay? But I love it because there is like a little music room. And in this music room, you can actually play music that you like. You can look at the screen and you can actually select a song and hear it playing loud. It's really, really fun. So this museum is such a treat for families, okay? And then there's a beautiful, I call it the decompress room. After you come out of the slavery, you go into this room and there's a big fountain, and I love it. It's a place of meditation, a place where you can kind of calm yourself and you can just kind of relax before moving on with the tour, because sometimes seeing some of those things and the poor treatment, it can really take a toll on you. So I love the fountain room. I'm not sure what it's called exactly, but it's a room where you can go in and just be at peace before you move on with the tour. Okay, the customer service is excellent. The staff is friendly, so that's always a plus. And then, as we say in real estate, when location, 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 okay, it affects the value, and then it makes it valuable because of its accessibility, okay. Just to name a few advantages of location, okay. And so this particular museum is on the National Mall, and it makes it accessible to the other malls, okay, and accessible to the Beltway. Okay, so there are a wide variety of exhibits in this museum, from slavery to freedom marches to political figures, sports legends, music icons, and then I told you about the music room. Okay, there's a wide variety of exhibits that you can enjoy. Again, slavery is not our history, it's not our only history, I should say. So this museum really shows how we have progressed and how we continue to evolve, okay, and take our place in society. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Brenda Douglas, your real estate notary and title expert. And I hope that you found this information to be helpful. If so, go ahead and like this video and then subscribe to this channel. And listen, whether you are buying or selling a home, keep your head up, your hopes high, and remember that it is not over until the keys are exchanged. Thank you.